And hello to everyone else that's here. Live. Exclusively on Irium, wherever you may be. And however you may be listening. Whether it's here on Irium or later on YouTube. Very awesome. I'm your host, Browntle. And welcome to Around the Rock, where we talk about all sorts of different topics relating to sports. But today, the chat gets to bring their very own topic. And it should be a sports topic, however anything goes, as long as I'm able to kind of talk about it. And it's a family-friendly topic. So that's what we'll be looking forward to in today's episode. So how this is going to work... Hello, Astro being welcome. And this is a turtle, in fact. You can suggest a topic. Hopefully we can start out with a sports topic, and we'll see if we can do any sort of sports like reaction to that. I know there's a lot of things happening today in the NBA area. Oh, by the way, if you want to look at another turtle, that's a turtle. Haven't changed the turtle since day one. So go ahead and think about what topic that y'all want to talk about today. The one big thing that I will have to mention right now, big breaking news, is that the Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James has picked up his player option. So $52.6 million. Now usually he's done these one-on-one contracts. He signs a 1-year deal, gets a +1 if he wants to pick it up, but usually he would decline and then sign a new 1-year deal. And this time he's actually taking the +1. So this is a little bit different. It's kind of his imagination of how will he navigate this space where he wants to compete with the Lakers. He knows the Lakers are trying to move on and build their team around Luka Doncic. But LeBron still wants to compete for a championship. And by picking up an option for this, that means a team is going to have to be willing to give up $50 million worth of contracts for him. That might be a tough ask. That's something you have to see. It's been rumored that the Nets are the team that could pick him up. They have the cap space for him up front, but now they can't pick up his just from a contract on his own. And then there's a whole controversy of whether he would want to just take a veteran minimum. That will cause a lot of complaints from the Players Association. So that's the big news. Hey, hello. Hello to the Science Man. Vikara, how are you doing today? This is a bring your topic day. And bring your sports topic in parentheses, because I don't know if we're gonna have sports topics. So we're filling in the gaps a little bit with some breaking news on the NBA. Just talked about LeBron James picking up his contract. That's probably the player everyone knows, even if they don't watch basketball. And everything else is happening. Players picking up qualifying offers, retirements. Bogdanovich retired, if you're a fan of him. So a lot of big things happening there. There's going to be even more things when July 1st comes around in our episode there. And remember, if we hit 5,000 stars, unrelated to this podcast, we're singing a Tom Zagajin song. Again, we've sang 3 songs already. And there's a lot more songs to go if you force me to sing more songs. We did play with Asu last Saturday. And that was a lot of fun. We got to play some Valorant together. Asu's pretty cracked at that, especially with the Odin. And I put a clip of that of our Twitch stream on Twitter. So it's been cool getting to meet all the founding streamers. I'm starting with Asu, obviously, and then there's many more to kind of just hang out with and get to know them a little more. They're very cool people. On topic of sports, I do want to bring the MLC to your attention. Great, a topic. Let's see. What is the MLC? Can you describe in the character limit of Irium, what is the MLC? Now, wow, that's typing. Yeah, there it is. So the Cricket League. That's right. It's the Cricket league in the US. That's actually really cool. I didn't know there was MLC. Maybe I'm a fake fan here because I associate it internationally. But Major League Cricket, first founded in 2023, and they are based in Texas. It's a way for them to bring cricket to the United States. And if you're a big baseball fan, some of the skills can translate a little bit over to cricket. They have similarities with the bat and ball type of gameplay, but cricket is really hard. Very, very hard. When I was in college, we would have these recreational sports, and sometimes I would see a group of people. They would bring out their cricket sticks, and they would set up themselves up on the baseball field, and they would play. They would do batting practice basically. They never had enough for a full game, but USA Cricket. Let's see. So they formed in 2018. They formed plans to making a league in 2018. The 5 years until they got to the first edition. The latest winner, the Washington Freedom, and they have a total of 6 teams. Right, Snake? Hi, Snake. Everyone's had a Snake. And they've expanded. I don't like sports. This is very unfortunate for a sports podcast, sports stream. However, every Saturday it's a free Zatsu of anything, so that might be a fun thing. Unless you're playing, that's a mood actually. That was kind of me for a bit. Like I played a lot of basketball, but I didn't know basketball people. That was kind of bad. But yeah, so be it. Okay, so I assume the Oakland Stadium, it has to be the Oakland Coliseum. I can't imagine anywhere else where you would play this. And the fact that it's kind of a vacant area, so that's got to be Oko. Florida, I don't know Florida. Maybe we would see. We can look up stadiums, list of current teams. Oh, they have stadiums listed. Yeah. Okay, so it's the oh, of course, it's the San Francisco Unicorns playing in Oakland Coliseum. That's very fun. And the Grand Prairie Stadiums in Texas. There's a Seattle team coming soon, I see, or a Seattle or a new stadium for Seattle, and a new stadium for New York. Oh, so they're making dedicated cricket stadiums, which is a big dedication. Hopefully that ends up working out for them, because cricket stadiums, they're built to be like domes. They're very circular, so you have enough space to surround the center of the field, and for the dimensions of the field, you basically don't have many options with the dimensions of at least the base part of the field. Even in baseball, you would argue it's not very diverse. You can have different outfield walls, but the field itself kind of has to be an oval of some sorts, right? So, but if you make a stadium that's dedicated to that sport, that's the only way you can make it grow. And so I wonder if you, in particular, Vikari, if you play cricket yourself, is that a sport that you like playing? Because that's very, very cool. It'd be nice to see the other sports that are not in the so-called Big Four get some recognition, especially with the Olympics coming into LA. It'd be nice to get some popularity up. Everyone's at Cheetah. Welcome. Bring your own topic, Dave. We're talking about Major League Cricket. That is our first topic. And you play some pickup games. That's good enough to me. Yeah, that's to kind of stay involved with the sport and to play with others. It's good to have those type of recreational fields to do that. I mean, the big recreational sport here is pickleball, but that's in like a lot of major cities right now. Everyone's pickleballing. But you have to have the people and the courts to play it on, and so the infrastructure is very important. Oh, and there's another sport, Ultimate Frisbee. I have a couple friends that are doing Ultimate Leagues. In case you don't know, it's a game that's kind of like American football. The goal was to get the Frisbee into the end zone. And once you catch the frisbee, you have to pass it within a certain amount of time. You can do pivots and different types of throws and things like that. So that's a very versatile sport. Most of my knowledge is because you follow the Indian Cricket League, the IPL, right? And that's what I think I see more clips of that. And India's very good at cricket, and everyone in the Eastern world, that's where cricket really pops off, especially like Asian countries. And it's on a major channel. Okay, well, there's your answer, but let me see. Let me see if I can find a way. Okay, it was, some of the matches have been sub-licensed to CBS Sports. So, and then there's some regional networks. Oh, they got the major sports network. So they got the NBC Sports Bay Area, which is the Golden State Warriors network. They have the Yes Network, which is the New York Yankees network. And CBS. Some games on CBS. I mean, well, if they can get those, that's actually really good for them. I gotta say, I haven't heard of Willow TV. Let's look it up. Willow TV. Based in Redwood City, a pay television sports channel launched in 2010 in the US and 2019 in Canada. And it operates with a subscription fee. And there's a website. Let's go to their website. It is... Oh, and right away, 1 million advertisements for Major League Cricket. So I think Willow is the home of Major League Cricket. I don't know about you. $9.99 a month. Standard, I think. Very good. England, India, Pakistan, Australia, the 4 big. Yeah. I see. Keo, hello. Everyone's at a Keo. Welcome to the Irium stream, where you can bring your topic about sports, and I do my best to talk about it, as what we do every Sunday, starting today. I heard to bring my sports topic. Yes, please throw in your sports topic, and we'll get to that. I'll try to work it in there. That is well, the Yes Network obviously is more interested in the Yankees, but yeah, I don't know. I don't live in the Yes Network region, so I wouldn't know. Even then, the Yankees games aren't always on Yes. A lot of them are going to exclusive national broadcasts, which I know really pisses them off, and Prime Video as well. So yes, well, this is actually really cool that they have a partnership with Willow. I mean, so literally the entire home screen is just cricket. So, and it's not just Major League Cricket. They have I see there's a women's tour right now, and then there's an India tour, or India's touring England right now. So they got a couple variety of games on here. How do you all consume your sports? It's okay to say illegal ideas. I understand. I'm very curious about how everyone consumes their sports stuff. I consume on if it's on over-the-air TV, then I will watch it. So Fox Saturday for baseball, and Fridays or Sundays would be basketball on ABC, and soon we're gonna get NBA on NBC, so that's actually even better for over-the-air users. And then sometimes I would have Peacock. I don't have Peacock anymore, but they would do deals where it would be $2 a month to watch anything on Peacock, which is actually really, really good. And that includes the NBA. But they're definitely not doing that anymore with their major rights deals. And then I got a new phone recently, so that's 3 months of Apple TV. I don't watch Apple TV, but every Friday there is baseball, and it's exclusive. So I don't have a choice. At least I can watch it. And let's see here. The major issue with Yes is the game times for cricket and baseball overlap. Oh yeah, if that's the case, then that makes sense. Then they're always showing the Yankee stuff. No problem, right, for them. I mean, they will always do the Yankee stuff. That's the moneymaker for them. Unless you use their mobile offering, but then it's like not on TV anymore. And yeah, it's and like you said, Cheetah, it's they will always go with the sport that will bring them the most money, and right now it's in the football season. Everyone's trying to do football. During the strike, right, the writers' strike, they were just like, okay, well, let's just put sports on ABC every week, and they didn't care, and then that was obviously a problem. That's a different story about the strike and stuff, but that was how they overcame that, all the networks, because they knew they couldn't write stuff, they couldn't do any of those things, so they just let the sports do the talking. They know the money is there. Alright, Keo's got a topic. The actual neck-to-neck races between the best record in the MLB between Detroit and LA. What about Detroit, everyone? It's crazy when you think that the Detroit Tigers were absolute garbage last year until the trade deadline, and they figured something out. And then even then, people were saying, "Oh, I don't think I believe in them." And then today, they had Schoolboy on the mound, 13 strikeouts, a shutout, a quality start, 53-32. What a turnaround for the Tigers. That's absolutely fantastic. And if you look at the standings, and we know that the Tigers are in the AL Central. They've always been made fun of for being easy as heck, but you know, the Tigers, they've got something good in them, I gotta say. What do y'all think about the Tigers right now? Also, the Tigers have one of my favorite play-by-play announcers, Jason Benetti. He's a very excitable guy. He used to do play-by-play for the White Sox, but you might know him from Peacock and now on Fox Sports. So he's kind of doing everything. Cheetah's a Mets fan, so SNY, of course. And hello, Virtue, welcome. So we're catching up with the chat here. We're in our Springer sports topic, and we try to react to everything, but it's kind of hard. I'll play a little bit of catch up here, and thanks for the stars, everyone. Remember, 5,000 stars makes me do the unrelatable thing of singing a Thomas the Tank Engine song at the top of the hour. So let's see if we get 5,000 to make me sing a Thomas the Tank Engine song. And thanks for the follow, Virtue. Welcome. You got so many Oshi marks. I gotta like, what's the phrase for this? I gotta start memorizing Oshi marks. Because what I've realized is people on this platform, they will add the Oshi marks to their name. But I get really scared because I'm like, what if I add Oshi marks to my name and then someone else comes in and they take Brown Soul Star? And then it's doomed. I'm gonna lose my username. And maybe I should make an alt account and just add all the Oshi marks on there. So yeah. That's very cool. It's very cool to have people that are supporting everyone. We appreciate your support very much. What sports are in season right now that can fill up the non-baseball spots, like right now, or the off season? Right now baseball's supposed to take up everything, but and that's in terms of like the big name sports. So that's why baseball takes July very seriously, because that's the All-Star game, which by the way is still the best All-Star game. And I don't count the NHL 4 seasons as the All-Star game, or the 4 Nations. 4 Nations is its own competition, and that's amazing. But that's not the All-Star game, in my opinion. So the MLB has the best All-Star game where the players are actually trying. Tigers might be a scary team to go up again and no one was prepared for. I think so too. I think they're the sleeper team. No one's really talking about them. I mean, they're also focused about the moneymakers, and everyone knows about the Dodgers, and like Ohtani's gonna come back. You don't need to rocket science to see news about that. But the Tigers are kind of just rolling by and no one's really caring about them, and I think they should. I think they should. And they're winning. Are they on a winning streak right now? Hold on, let's see the schedule. Oh, they're doing okay. They have like an easier schedule right now, but they're in really good shape though. 13 games ahead of the AL Central. Isn't that crazy? And we were also enthusiastic about the Guardians last year. No, Guardians had a great run. What moves did the Tigers do from last season to this season? Good question, actually. I'm not familiar with the Tigers. I will admit that. Let's see if we can pull up the transactions. Any notable ones? Brown Tool Star. Actually, I like that. That's a really cute one. To add the second one, and then the third one is this Brown 3-star. But that's harder to pronounce. Okay, so we got 2025. Okay, I'm gonna look at things that happen now. Oh, they have Gleyber Torres. That's right. Oh wait, who's that? Was it on the Tigers that they had someone that was having? Hold on. I have to look at the roster now. I believe there was someone. It's Baez. Javier Baez, right? He was the one that, for some reason, became really good. Yeah, Javi Baez. He was not good. And he figured something out. I think there was an article about how they like convinced him to do center field. And he actually has really good stats in center. 1,000 stars, thank you. And he's a solid place in the lineup. Yeah, God, I should have known this. This was one of the bigger stories of the for him on the Tigers. So I can't sleep on Javi Baez. Hey, good for him though. At the end of the day, I'm very happy that he's actually doing well. Okay. Anyway, what else? Gleyber Torres is on the IL, not on the IL. Jace Jung. Oh, Jace. Okay, that's a name I remember. Scrolling. Jace Jung keeps going on the IL. Matt Furley. Alex Cobb. Oh, he's on the 60-day IL. No wonder I haven't heard of him. But I haven't really done that many transactions then, huh? Alex Cobb. Okay, Alex Cobb's on a rehab assignments on June 11th. Olsen. Dylan Smith. Okay, so Detroit hasn't really done that many moves since the season started, and they're doing well. So that's usually a good sign, right? If they're not doing that many transactions right now. But anything is possible. Anything is possible, but with the MLB, they do a very poor job with actually making moves. It doesn't really happen until late July, very close to the deadline, and then some teams don't even budge. It's one of the quietest deadlines out of all the sports, in my opinion. The exception for this year was when the Giants did that trade with Boston, which is still one of the craziest things ever that happened. I mean, what do y'all think about that? Poor Boston. Actually, it is poor Boston, right? So if you all didn't know, Rafi, aka Rafael Devers, I'd like to think he forced himself out of Boston, because there's no way he's happy to play first base now. And he's going to be a designated hitter for a bit, but the Giants want to use Flores as the DH usually, and now that's kind of up in the air. I felt like it was always a weird move to do, but I think the Giants just saw the opportunity to have a full-time DH, and then they can figure out the DH stuff for next year and beyond. They just wanted the bat. But I felt like it's such a locker room problem, or it sounded like a locker room problem, because no one else is saying bad things about him once he went to the Giants. So now everyone's blaming the Red Sox. Like Mookie Betts all over again. But I don't think I know enough. I just know that it was such a big trade, and I don't think this type of trade happens this early in the season, once the season has started. Question, what can be attributed? Oh right, you asked this question last week, and people from the outside seem to blame the fact that their culture has gone to hell for some reason, because the OMG Mets are gone. But I don't know if that's more copium than like, is it a problem from them beyond that? Let's see if we can pull up the Mets stats right now. Mets. Let's see. So the Mets are now second in the NL East. Swept by the Pirates. Split the series with the Braves. And are they not like scoring? Everyone was so focused on Juan Soto. I mean, their top three right now is they need Lindor to do well, and Soto and Alonso from the batting side. Oh, this is actually a really terrible way for me to look at these splits. Is there like a splits maybe? Oh, not splits. Actually, I came prepared for stat looking. Baseball Reference would be better. Baseball Reference. Let's check one of y'all's questions. Reminded me the MLC season is generally in that period. I think the finals is the 13th this year. baseball season overshadows the thing. Oh, because baseball is all day. You have the 10 a.m. slot, the 1 p.m. slot, and the 4 p.m. slot. Sorry, for Pacific time zone, so 3 hours. So it's more like 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. Eastern. And then it's just baseball all day. And they're smart enough to know this. The MLB fully goes head of steam in those seasons. And there's no rain, so your canceled games are not likely to happen at all. Top 12 players. Game results. Okay, I see the game results. That's actually a good chart. So I'm on Baseball Reference just to like look at a general section. When the Mets lose, they lose very badly. And that I don't, and that has to be either a pitching problem. Did it have pitching problems right now? Any transactions? We gotta open the transactions now. we're in deep, fellas. Sorry, me looking at the screen means I read chat less, so stick with me for a bit. Anything crazy? Okay, there's a couple of rehab assignments. I'm gonna type yeah, any rehabbers? Oh, Dickie Lovelady. He was viral for reasons unrelated to baseball. And I'm a family-friendly streamer, so we'll leave it at that. Sean Manaea is still out. So, oh, and Kodai Senga's out. Wasn't he just back? Did I just miss something about him? So, okay, so they do have pitching problems. Maybe that kind of explains it. Hello, Gotham City. Welcome. And is that, IX? Oh, I recognize your name from, another stream. I think you were on, Shion's stream earlier. Nice to see you. Just terrible offense and the pitching's been bad. It's either the pitching or the defense. I don't think the defense on the Mets was that bad the last time I remember. So I guess it's the pitching. Based on the fact that this entire transaction list in June is just pitching IL people, I think that's the problem. Let's see. For New York Cricket should not be on Yes. Well, Yes, they assume people will watch on Yes, right? That's the regional sports. I mean, unless SNY wants to pick them up. But the thing with those regional nets is that they will always broadcast their teams first. And of course, like, I mean, where else are you gonna go? Are you just gonna stream on YouTube? And I think some people try to do this when they start out their leagues. They try to go digital only. But in the end of the day, they want to make it onto one of these cable networks. I'm not surprised that they're trying to push for Yes Network if they want a New York audience. But the timings just have to be right. Or they need to be like secondary channels. The guy is so angry. I'm angry? Here, I'm less angry now. You can take this PNG. Stars can go 5 and give up runs. It's crazy because we're almost expecting the starters to not even go 5 anymore, according to the meta of MLB these days. They want their starters to go 2 times through the order, however that may be, and that may not always equal 5 innings. However, someone just did do the Maddox. Do we know that? Maddox baseball. Was this Sonny Gray? Sonny Gray news. It has to be him. He pitched 89 pitches, 11 strikeouts. He's on the Cardinals. And when you do a Maddox, that means it's a reference to a pitcher need Maddox, where you do a shutout as the only pitcher in less than 100 pitches. That's like one of the rarest things now, because they don't even let pitchers go 5 innings anymore. That's what's crazy. I think they should let pitchers go that far, but I think it's just pitchers now are expected to throw 100 and their stamina is just low. There's just no shot you can let the human body do that compared to years past. I like your drawing. Thank you. It's by Star Kitagawa, who is also a founding streamer. I like my profile picture a lot. It is very much this. Just in a nice drawing, and the background is made by Mezzo-chan. We love Mezzo here, also a founding streamer. So I've been collecting founding streamer stuff and stacking them on top of each other. It's actually really cool. The founding streamers have been very nice to me. I don't deserve them. I've realized that they like singing and they like drawing, and I will hold on to that drawing for a bit. Well, actually, okay. Well, I have a question about cricket now that I'm here. Because we were just talking about pitchers not being able to go 5 innings. That's like 90 pitches maybe. We expect them to go 80, 90 pitches. How many balls are bowled in cricket that you expect a bowler to throw? Is there a statistic for this? Cricket bowler number of... Well, I guess you only get so many balls, right? But depending on the mode, the type of game mode, but a team can be said to have a bowl. Okay, this doesn't help me. Underarm bowl. This tells me how to bowl. I don't have a statistic on expectation of your arm as a bowler. Here. Okay, cricket has a total of 20 times 6 balls thrown, not counting extras. Oh, okay, so they do cap the bowler anyway. So 24. Okay, so they don't have to really manage they don't really have to manage pitch count per se, or bowl count. Yeah, it would be so doomed if baseball had a pitch count. I get it for the Olympics, I get it for the World Baseball Classic, but it would be a shame if they threw in a pitch count at some point. And right now, pitchers are just... It's not really a problem. The problem is they need a pitch count minimum to keep them in the game. $24... Is 24 a full game? Oh, let's see. Hold on. I might be reading this out of order. Oh, okay. And can you... Okay, so you can choose the bowler for the different batsmen, and then are you able to keep switching on the fly? See, that's a unique thing about baseball. You cannot sub back in players. But imagine that. That'd be quite the change in game rules if you let someone come back into the baseball game. Now, to be fair, they do let you do that in spring training for endurance reasons. That happened with the Angels. They had a starting pitcher that threw 30 pitches. They're like, nope, you're gonna sit down until the reliever gets it done, and then you'll come back in for the second inning. I'm like, they should do that more. They should let the starter throw like 20, and then like they have to use their bench if they pitch more than 20. That'd be some crazy all-star game mechanic. 120 plus extras. Okay, so 120 balls are thrown at minimum, essentially, unless you win in your half, right? Man, you know, the biggest thrill if I were to play cricket is to hit the equivalent of a home run. And I'm not talking about getting a let me make sure I get this right. Getting a 4, right? 4 is one where you just have to hit it to the border. I'm thinking about the 6s. Like, there has to be an insane thrill in like being able to hit anywhere in the radius and not worry about foul balls. It's just go for the fences all the time. Unless you strike everyone out. Which is possible. Yeah, I can't laugh that hard. It has to be a huge adjustment to hit a ball that bounces off the ground. And with the mechanics of the sticks and the catcher at the other end. Yeah, it's a lot. But it's very, very thrilling. Just like in cricket, getting 6s are fun. In baseball, it's all about the home run. It's all about the power. You know, a couple years ago, we would be comparing the MLB to other international leagues. And a lot of the international players would say that in baseball, the biggest problem or biggest difference is that in America, everyone just wants to hit home runs, like the Yankees, and who cares about defense as long as you just hit the heck out of the ball and win. Whereas in other leagues, they focus on the small ball, and small ball to a fault. Like, they would do bunts no matter the situation, when the stats might say you should just try to swing away. It's a better odds that way. But some other leagues will value defense and speed and not power, and it's so interesting to see that in the international context. And now I think the leagues are starting to balance out a little more, and in Japan they're starting to prioritize power, but it's power to the pitchers, not really to the batters. The pitchers are the ones that are throwing harder in Japan, and they're a pitching powerhouse. Is cricket easy to pick up? I wouldn't know, but I would imagine it's easier to pick up if you are a person that does a bat and ball type of game already. Like, I would imagine if you played tennis, then those skills are transferable to cricket. You just have to swing something different, and then kind of understand the mechanics of the flight path of the ball that goes to you. But that's probably the most similar out of the sports I can think of. Yeah, okay, I think I know the 1 inning format, because those are the ones that show up on Twitter all the time for some reason. It's just like you get one time. It's basically like just playing 1/2 each, I guess. But as long as you have the equipment, it's easy to set up. You just get the distance down, and then you put down the sticks, and then you're in. Welcome to the Turtle Pond. Ibeck. Is a Bring Your Own Topic podcast right now. We're talking about Major League Cricket. The best way to explain the batting is like baseball, but you're swinging more up and down. Yes, you're trying to your strike zone is the sticks, essentially. If we want to like heavily simplify it, but the ball does come from the ground up, and in baseball, you don't really want to hit the ball that way. It's okay. Let's pause. We have to wait. Hold on. Let's pause for a little bit, because we have a special guest in here. It is Lottie Lotus, who is going to debut as a founding streamer. Is that correct? Very, very soon. So please drop Lotus. Lottie. I like saying it both ways. I want to say good luck to Lottie Lotus on debut. Clap, 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 clap. And yes. Oh, you want to see this? Boom. Anyway, that's not exclusive here. I use that PNG sometimes, but boom. Oh wait, okay, hold on. There you go. Can zoom out. Anyway. Okay, my audio got excited. Yes, good luck to Lottie. I'm gonna be super excited to see. Everyone's so hype right now, and I kind of need other places to. Oh, party! Yay! Thanks for the 100 party poppers. Yay! Thanks for the yay. Wait, that matches the shirasu on my head. Yay! Well, right now we're doing a bring your own topic thing, sports in parentheses, because if we run out of sports topics, you can ask me anything. And yay, party! If we get 5,000 stars by the top of the hour, I will do the most unrelatable thing, which is sing a Thomas the Tank Engine song. So, I don't even know how many stars we're on right now, but if we get 5,000 stars, you're going to force me to sing one of my favorite Thomas the Tank Engine songs, and you don't want to miss that. That's just 22 minutes away, and however many stars away. We were talking about sports today. What was the sports that we were talking about? Okay, I think we were just talking about the way that you would hit a cricket ball versus a baseball. But yeah, the mechanics are going to be a little different if you come from baseball, because you don't usually want to dig out the ball. You're hitting a strike zone that's above your knees. So that is something that you probably have to make an adjustment towards. So yeah, so very cool. Dude, actually, this was really exciting. I have not really looked that deep into cricket, so today I learned there is Major League Cricket in America that is growing, and that's going to be very good for people that love cricket to have a a local version for them to watch. Very, very cool. You can launch the ball up in cricket, and you can also spin and hit the ball behind you. Because the bat itself is a paddle, it's not really like a barrel. The barrel is a little different because the way that you hit the ball, it's like it goes off like more of a cylinder type of form, and there's a lot more things you can do when you have full control over the plane of the cricket bats. You have a little bit more control of that. Crickets are crickets are nutritious. Well. Should I bring in some crickets to the debut stream? You know, turtles, they are friends with the crickets, but they also like to just sit around the pond peacefully. I have a very big backpack. If you want to sit on the rock right here on my back, you can sit on that. Have to be horizontal though. That'd be like a good platform. I really can't wait to get the bottom half, alright? See, look at my model. So, the Irium thing, TLDR, was a big surprise to me. I gave my whole story in episode 1. You can rewatch it on YouTube at BrownToStar. But essentially, I don't have a bottom half because this PNG was not intended to be on Irium. This was not part of the plan, and so obviously I'm very, very blessed to be here. But that does mean I don't have a bottom half. But it is being commissioned, and I don't like rushing commissioners. I respect my artist friends; they've been so nice to me. But Scarlet streams, very awesome person. She drew a lot of my stream assets, and she's excited to draw what she calls my stubby legs and my bottom half soon. Next month. It'll come out next month, and then we'll have that model in here. So yes, and yeah, you can hit the ball behind you in cricket. In baseball, you have to hit within that 90-degree angle. In cricket, you just have to hit the ball, and you can go for 6 backwards. So that can lead to some very interesting mechanics with your batting, which is like literally flinging the ball backwards, or I guess even hitting a foul ball could get you a 6. But that's hard. That can be very hard. Definitely a lot different than baseball. What made you want to be a turtle? Good question. So Lottie, what happened was when I was a little turtle. Okay, sorry, I have to break the fourth wall. It's not gonna work. When I was a little human kid, I had a plushie, and I had a very cool brown turtle plushie, and his name was Browntle because he's a brown turtle. Actually, that's it. He was just a brown turtle. So I called him Browntle, and obviously I can't spell because TUL does not mean turtle, but it does have the letters of turtle, so I thought that checked out. Hi Luke, thanks for the star, and 2 consecutive streams. So I brought Browntle around everywhere as a kid, and I would like draw little comics about Browntle and art of Browntle, and then back in the day, whenever you had to enter your nickname in the games, you would have to put in like 8 characters at most. So Browntle fits, that's 7 characters. And then I thought I was cool, so I clicked on the star emoji, and that's 8 characters. And thus Browntle Star was born. When I started to stream on Twitch during the pandemic, I thought it was only fitting to just keep the gamer tag of Browntle Star. And the fact that I was already a turtle meant that I should just do the turtle. Now this version of the turtle wasn't a thing until a lot later, like 2024-ish. I went through a lot of iterations. I didn't even have a PNG technically until then, but I think I just really embraced that part of my childhood. It's a nice thing to have, and I don't think I would go with any other gamer tag right now. So the turtle it is, and that is why I have Browntle Star, or at least this is Browntle the turtle. I decided to go with Browntle, but people do just call me Brown because it's easier, or Star, or Tolstar, or Brownie, or I mean, people come with a lot of different things, but Brown is like the most universal thing. However, I don't mind however you call me. Mostly, actually, for legal reasons, I do mind, but Alright, and let's see. Where is Brown's Hole now? I don't know. And that's the sad part. It's been a while. I went to college, I went back. Plushies get donated. I'm pretty sure Brown's Hole is gone. But I'm here. So I have taken the place of that. And I still have old art of Brown's Hole, so that's not too bad. Oh, heart! A heart from Moonhawk. And hello, Moonhawk. Welcome to the Turtle Pond. We're talking about any topic. The viewers can bring their own sports topic, but right now we're answering Lottie's question about why I am Brown's Hole and why I'm a turtle. And in TLDR, yes, it's very nostalgic. It is a nostalgic type of move, but I think I've grown to embrace this as a PNG, and soon to be a live 2D model. You heard it here first. Oh, and thank you very much, Moonhawk. I just got to your message, and I appreciate your support. Thank you for swinging by and saying hi, and for giving big hearts to everyone. Very, very lovely. So, there is... So, like I said before, I didn't expect to be on Irium. I won a giveaway for a live 2D from one of my friends, which was super cool, and I had this PNG already, and they were only rigging for half-body models. Perfect. So I let them at it, and they designed me a wonderful model. And they just have to work on rigging it, but it's gonna take some time to rig for it. And so we'll see when it happens. But then I saw on the requirements that I have to edit the model again for Irium. So it'll take a little bit longer. And I'm sure it'll be a surprise when that shows up. When that shows up, it'll be a half body. So I think this turtle will become the full PNG, like with this. This turtle from Donut Cat, she's very cool. I'll probably replace this turtle with this turtle as the illustration, and then put in the live 2D as like the main model and just make it really big. And I think that would like fit very well. Oh, did I miss the Discord? Yes, the Discord. BrowserStar.com. Go to BrowserStar.com and click on join the Discord, and you can join the Discord server. Very exciting. And yes, my hats are different. I have so many different turtles, and I can't show them to you because I can only upload 2 photos. But if you go by on Twitch, or maybe I'll post them randomly, you will see different turtles, including those that are copyrighted, so I can't put them on Irium. But I have a Mario Kart one. And I have a gamer one. I have a bald one, because people keep asking if I'm bald. Well, I'm already prepared for that, but I'm never going to upload that here. I am in fact bald. Yes, Vicari, I don't know if, let me know if you can't find it, but browserstar.com should take you there. Actually, dude, that's so convenient, everyone. This is a big tip. Oh god. This is a big tip to those that want to be content creators or streamers. You should have one of 2 things, basically. At the very, very minimum, you need to have an email address. A business email address. You need to be easily accessible in some way. So you'll have like a Twitter profile, for example, which is required for a lot of the Irium streamers. Put your email somewhere there, or at least your contact info, okay? Otherwise, if people are like, oh, you're so cool, and I want to like reach out to you for sponsorship, but they can't even reach out to you, then it's an opportunity lost, right? Now, the next step, number 2, is to have a website. And now, browserstar.com is obviously very cool because it's myname.com, and you can go there, and all the links are there, all the artist credits, every single social media stuff, and all the coding. It's super cool. You can download your Irium rewards there. You don't have to actually make it that special. People do Linktree. You do Card. What else do you do? Uwu.ai. Things like that. Just have like a landing page where it has your information and your socials. And that's a one-stop shop for people to just go there and click on it, and they're ready to go. And this was really useful here because all I gotta do is say browserstar.com for everything. Want your Irium rewards? Your 1-star badge holder? browserstar.com. Join a Discord? browserstar.com. Find my YouTube? browserstar.com. Want me to shoutcast your next Valorant tournament for $10 per game? browserstar.com. So it's just having a one link for everything is very, very good. Now, Lottie mentioned the Discord servers. That is a mess that I'm in that I can't figure out. I'm one of those people that feel bad for leaving servers, but oh boy, I'm in a lot of servers, and I'm just lurking a lot of them because I want to support my friends and I want to see what's up with them. And ever since I've joined Irium, I now have like 10 Discord servers of my creators, my colleagues. I'm just in them. It's a lot. So many. And I just want to support them. But Discord does have a limit of 100 servers, or 200 if you have Nitro. And I do have Nitro because I use Discord so much, I might as well invest in it. But if I unsubscribe from Nitro right now, I would have to delete like 80 servers. And you know how tragic that is? So, yeah. And I need to stay in my sports Discord. Hey, I wasn't, am I still in it? Hold on. I might have left it. But I was in an MLB server, which is all the MLB people that are, it's unofficial. But they love baseball. And then, of course, I gotta support my VTuber baseball colleague, Aka Scarlet. So that's another baseball VTuber. So, and then it starts to like snowball from there. Yeah, so don't feel bad for leaving Discord servers. Only join the ones where you feel like you will you will probably be in there for more, or you just get your notifications from Discord. Of course, it's nice to be in Discord because if you do and you get a 1-star badge, you can go to brownstar.com and download the Brown Star debut Irium poster that was posted on Twitter, and that's super nice. But hey, not everyone will be able to join a Discord server, so you want to make sure like if they're in there that it's worth it. Otherwise, I get it. Like, I just follow people on here or on Twitter, and I try to see what they're up to. That's what I do. How do you get to 100 servers? Yes. Okay, sorry. Real answer is you start streaming in 2020, and you start to accumulate people that also want to stream, and you just end up in a lot of servers. And then you don't want to leave those servers because they have your friends in them. That's kind of what happens there. 3,000. Okay, we're 2,000 stars away from Browntoll having to sing a Tom Signature song, but it has to be done before the top of the hour, or else we failed today. So let's see if we can make it. Do I play baseball? No, but I was in a men's softball league. The difference here is that in softball, the fields are a little smaller, and the balls are a little bigger, and they are thrown underhand. Either fast pitch or slow pitch, but I did slow pitch softball. I was a left fielder, first baseman, and pitcher. And I will say this, the pitching spot is the hardest. The hardest as heck. I have a story to tell you now. Our men's team made it to the grand finals of our league. It was an intramural league, which is kind of like a bunch of guys in college just playing for fun. But we had somehow made it to the championship, and I was the starting pitcher. I was coming off an ankle injury, which meant that I basically could only play pitcher and not run or play first base. So, we go into the first inning, and the pitcher on the other team, right? He's got like a lot of different types of pitches. He's got the underhand wrist throw, and he's got the underhand but overhand pitch. Like, I don't know, it's like a little weird change-up breaking ball thing. But he throws this ball, right? And because the way that you throw the ball, when you hit the ball, it sometimes can go straight back at your face, which happened to that guy, and he was bleeding a lot, and that was really bad. And we had to call the ambulance, and they had to send him off the field into to the hospital. And I was like, okay, well, I'm a pitcher, and I just saw that happen. You know how scared I was to go onto the field? And I actually anticipated that this could happen to me, and I was a pitcher with the face mask on. So I go in with the face mask, and there is still leftover blood on the ground on the pitcher's mound. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. Y'all clean this up before I go throwing a ball. Legitimately, that entire inning, I was I threw the ball, and I just ran backwards. Like, alright, you're probably gonna swing very hard. I'm just gonna stand right at where second base is, so when the ball lands, I will play second base. I'm not playing in this position. Luckily, I did not get hit. And then the league kind of had some PR issues, and they made a new rule saying that if you hit the ball toward the pitcher, you're out, which I think is a very ridiculous rule. But I guess I don't mind as a pitcher. So I was traumatized from that moment on. However, we did win the game. I had a it was 4 innings. I don't think I gave up any runs. Oh no, I did give up runs because we wanted to walk off. So I gave up like 2 runs or something, and then I gave it to the reliever, and thank God, because I was like traumatized like the entire time. That was not worth the trophy. Everyone stay safe, please. I would argue baseball is safer than softball, just because the dimensions are bigger in baseball. I would rather play baseball. But actually, I would rather not play baseball. I'd just play basketball. Basketball was my first sport. I'll play basketball more than baseball. 100%. At least the ball is bigger, so I know it's coming, and the ball is made of rubber, and it's softer. Like, I will be okay. Right, Moral? Everyone's had a Moral. Founding streamer as well. Check out Moral. Inspirational streamer. How are you doing today? This is a bring your topic moment. Also, if we hit 5,000 stars, which I think is going to happen, I sing a Thomas the Tank Engine song. So you're in for a big treat, because I'm pretty sure it's going to happen now. And Bacon the Eggs, welcome. 2 consecutive streams. Thanks for joining us on our Twitch stream yesterday. And that's why you wear protection. That's why you have knee sleeves, arm sleeves, face mask. You wear a pitcher's helmet. And gloves. The ball is smaller, but it's a rock. It's true. Yeah, that thing is hard. Unfortunately. Everyone, sports are hard, and don't mind the people that say, well, at least you toughed it out. No, your health is... There's a lot more things you can do in life unless you're a professional basketball player or baseball player making millions and millions of dollars. Then that's a different story. Very much. Ooh, Auntie. Okay, so we have some family tree stuff already. Dude, I'm so excited for Lottie. I know I already promoted Lottie. Oh, sorry, I should ask for pronouns. I don't want to mess up your pronouns. But Lottie's super cool, and you gotta check out the stream. Very, very, very much. That was your roleplay before? Oh? Wait, now I have to know. I have to know what this roleplay thing is. 5,000, okay, 5,000, Thomas time. We'll do it at the top of the hour, okay? Stick around for that. 3 minutes left. The US currently has no full-time pro cricketers. No, that's just like the other teams in the World Baseball Classic. They play people that work 9-to-5 jobs there. For those that don't know, that's the international baseball tournament. The Czech Republic, their entire team is a bunch of electricians and plumbers and construction workers. But they're really good baseball players, and they made their name known when they're starting their one of their players, their pitchers, Satoria, that's his last name. Satoria struck out Shohei Ohtani in the Tokyo Dome, and if you strike out Shohei Ohtani, you don't even have to know what baseball is. You struck out Shohei Ohtani. So he became very popular after that, and everyone learned about his story, kind of like how other places don't have developed sports. But he was one of the most popular Czech Republic players at the time. And since then, the Czech Republic and Japan have had baseball games against each other every year, where the Czech Republic would visit Japan, and then they would like meet with the players, work out with them, and play some games with them. They're super, super popular there, and I think it wouldn't be possible without the hype of international events. Annie live? Oh? Yeah, everyone's like knowing each other from different places. But yeah, hopefully cricket gets very, very more people. A very reliable and sporty man. Yes, we love people that work hard and they can play sports. Ooh. Wink, wink. Looking for hardworking men. I think they're trying to. It's good that like every country is trying to bring up sports that are not as popular, and to have like different leagues for them. And hopefully they do that a little more. And the NFL, which is American football, the NFL was advertising a women's flag football league that they want to make more prominent, and that might be to prepare them for LA 2028, which is the Olympics. And I can't wait to see the drama that happens with American football in the Olympics, or I guess American football going into flag football in the Olympics. That's how it works. Because the flag football teams right now are kind of iffy of letting American football players on the flag football team. But we'll see if they can resolve their issues later. Oh, and there's esports. There is Olympic esports. People used to make fun of me for this because I was actually really hyped about the Olympic esports, which I don't really know where the status is right now, but there's a baseball game called Power Pros. Any of you retro fans played Power Pros before? It's now called e-baseball GQ Popular Yakyu Des. And sorry for my pronunciation, by the way, I don't speak Japanese, but Power Pro is a very popular baseball game. It is now the official Olympic baseball esport. So if you want to go to the Olympics, play Power Pros. Very, very cute game too, if you look it up. POWERPROS, or the Japanese name, PAWAPURO. Okay, I think we've reached 9 o'clock. So it's time to end the podcast, but not before the song. For those that are listening to this VOD later on YouTube, the next episode is on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. Everyone say goodbye to YouTube. Bye-bye, YouTube.